Music is energy, right? It's a
Hmm.
frequency. There's a vibration that's going through. The intentionality of the artist is also kind of weaving in there. But for the listener, and this I speak for myself as a listener when I listen, it's kind of like unlocking something. Like, and
Hmm.
that can happen in a split of a second, but it's literally going in and like it's like a lock, some things like heartstrings or whatever it's pulling on. Emotion is a big part. So from a yoga teacher or a wellness practitioner standpoint, sometimes they hear it and they could feel like, oh, this is perfect for my yoga flow, warrior sequence. Like they can see the music being used in their class and they're like, that's going to be perfect for a flow sequence, right?
Hmm.
Or like a Shavasana track. It's just like a no brainer. But beyond that, it's the feeling that may be invoked. Sometimes like they may not even realize, but it's unlocking some sort of a memory of a past nostalgia of like something that they're not even aware of. It's like maybe in their subconscious, but they're
Hmm.
like, I really love this. I don't know why. It reminds me of something, right?
Yep.
And that could even be like ancestral or like some sort of, because a lot of the music that I sometimes create or like you hear, it sounds like something from another world or like a pre like a
Yeah,
something
it
that's
sounds
from like a
magical.
something magical or just like
Hmm.
even from 1,000 years ago in like a temple in India or something like that, or like in the Middle East or somewhere Europe, wherever. But it has something indigenous sometimes that's like weaved in where it can like I know this from somewhere or like this,
Hmm.
so some sort of familiarity that sometimes comes in and sometimes it just has a great beat and you're just
Yeah.
like, I really love this beat. I think my students are going to love it as well. So the emotion is a big part. And then sometimes when you don't like it, it's just, it could be dense energy or, and that's very perspective, like if you look at modern music now, there's a lot of stuff that people listen to, that a lot of people in the wellness world are just hearing and be like, what the heck is this? Like
Yeah.
energetically, it feels very dense. It's like very busy. The messaging is, and that's creating a different energy that you don't necessarily like.
Yep.
And you're like, that's repelling me. Whereas someone else might be like, I like that. It's the lower chakra stuff,
It's
it's
a
like,
mood.
it's the
Yeah.
mood is like survival, sexuality, and like not the cleanest way or like power. A lot of
Hmm.
pop music is all in the lower third, the root chakra,
Yes.
the sacral and the power, but it's like keeping people in that state rather than elevating to like um upper portals of just the activation, so it keeps you in that lower vibration. Not necessarily that that's a bad thing, but that's a vibration.
It's good to know that that's what's
Yes,
happening.
that's absolutely what's happening in a lot of pop music, not all, but a
Hmm.
lot of it. If you listen to it, it keeps people in that busy, fearful, stressed out state of mind. It's the beta phase, beta state of your
Yeah.
brain wave, rather than going up into like alpha, theta, which is not always in pop music.
Yeah, I would ask you, do you feel like why pop music is so popular
Hmm.
because it is meeting people where they're at, where most of us are existing in modern
Yeah.
society? Is that what it is? It's just speaking to that level of energy?
Well, pop music, I'm not an expert at
Yeah.
it, but what I would say from looking at the grand spectrum, like what I just my if quick impression, like it's definitely the big labels. They have their agendas on what to do to like keep people listening to their
Hmm.
music, right? That's their main thing. So obviously they're created with equations of certain repetition, certain types of beats that's popular, obviously artists. And it's just like, I grew up in the 90s, listened to a lot of radio. Like you listen to something or you hear it, you're not even listening because you just hear it. It's on the radio 8, 9, 10 times. You're whistling the melody. It's like a mantra.
Subconscious,
It's
nearly.
like it's the affirmation in that moment, whether it's positive or negative.
Hmm.
You're just like singing along because that's the masses that's being broadcasted. It's like broadcast. It's a broad, like it's casting
Yeah.
a spell in a way. I mean, it's so powerful. All this stuff is, I don't want to say it's witchcraft, but it's like, it is like different kinds of magic that's happening on a broad spectrum. Same thing with like television. There's a vision and it's like, this is all the programming of the masses. It's done through these are powerful like portals, right? Like
Hmm.
the radio and TV. These are portals of how we can be completely consumed by that message and not even realize.
So it sounds like your mission with your music is obviously to take us up out of that. And I really appreciate it, but step by step, and I also feel still approachable and like it speaks to all of us no matter what level we're at because it does have that beat, and it has that
Yeah.
feeling behind it.